Hi everybody, hope you're well. It's Mike here, bringing your thought for the day for Saturday. As some of you will know, when I'm not working for the church, my kind of other job is as an outdoor instructor. It's a great job, I absolutely love it, and as part of that I'm a qualified mountain leader. One of the jobs that I used to do a lot of as a mountain leader was guiding something called the National Three Peaks Challenge. Some of you will have heard of that, some of you might even have done it. Essentially, the aim of the game with the National Three Peaks is to get to the top of the highest mountain in Scotland, England and Wales in 24 hours. Now, the nature of the challenge means that you end up doing at least one of these mountains at night. Normally it's Scafell Pike, which is the highest mountain in England. This one particular night I was leading a group and we were heading up Scafell Pike at night as part of the Three Peaks Challenge. As we set off up the mountain, it was a little bit windy, it was a little bit blowy, but nothing too bad. The weather forecast was okay. So we carried on up the mountain. Now, as we got close to the top of the mountain, I don't know if you've ever been up to the top of Scafell Pike, the highest mountain in England, but on top, it's not a kind of point. It's actually flat. It's like got a summit plateau, and it's just strewn with rocks and boulders. It looks a little bit like the surface of the moon. It can be quite difficult if it's nighttime or if it's misty to navigate your way across there. You can quite easily get lost. You find yourself heading down the wrong side of the mountain or stuck on top of some pretty big cliffs. So this night we were heading up towards the summit and the weather was okay, but suddenly we found ourselves surrounded by this really thick mist. I mean, difficult to see in front of your face kind of mist. The wind had picked up to the point where it was difficult to stand up, and the rain was coming in sideways pretty hard, as you can imagine. Now, the immediate temptation there is to turn around and try and run straight back down the mountain. The problem with that is that you can't really see where you're going. You're not really sure exactly where you are. So counterintuitively, what we had to do was carry on just a few minutes to the summit. I'll put a photo up so you can see what it looked like on the summit. The conditions were pretty grim up there that night. Now, the reason we had to go to the summit was that it gave us a fixed point to work from. We could head off from that fixed point down the mountain, more confident that we were heading in the right direction, which is what we did. As we was coming down the mountain, I knew as a leader that there were certain other fixed points that I was looking for all the way down the mountain. Every time one of those fixed points sort of appeared in the beam of my head torch, I got a little bit more confident, I got a little bit more relaxed, I got a little bit more relieved. When the last of the fixed points that I was looking for that let me know that we were heading down to the right valley and we'd be back on the bus in half an hour appeared in my head torch, it was a genuine feeling of elation. It was quite a tough night up there. The reason we were looking for these fixed points is because they helped guide us through when we couldn't see where we were going. I wonder if life feels a little bit like that for you at the moment. You're not sure where you're going, you're not sure where you're up to, you're not sure what's going on. At the moment, if I'm honest, occasionally I'm not sure what day it is. Things are changing rapidly and it's hard to keep up sometimes. When we find ourselves in situations like that, the natural thing to do is to find a fixed point, something that we can rely on. In the Bible, in the book of Hebrews, it tells us this: Jesus is the same yesterday, today, tomorrow, and forever. He is a fixed point. He doesn't change. He will always be good. He will always be loving. He will always be as he is now. But the best part about it is this: unlike the fixed points that I was looking for on my way down the mountain that night, I don't have to stumble from one point to another with Jesus, because he wants to be right there beside me, just like he wants to be right there beside you the whole way through life. The last promise that Jesus makes to his disciples is this: surely I will be with you to the very end of the age. That's a promise that I am so thankful for right now, to know that as I walk through life, as I walk through this situation, as I walk through the next situation that comes up, Jesus is walking right beside me, fixed and unchanging, something that I can rely on, someone that I can rely on in the days ahead as I find my way through when things don't always seem clear. If you'd like to know what it's like, if you'd like to know that hope, if you'd like to know that certainty, if you'd like to have that confidence of having Jesus walking beside you through life, then we'd love to talk to you about that. Drop us a message, get in touch with us at info@kingschurchwarrington.co.uk, or comment on this video. I really hope you have a fantastic weekend, and I hope to see you for our Sunday morning online celebration tomorrow at 10:30. Have a fantastic weekend. Bye.